Baby, what up? What up? What's up, Mr. Crispy, Mr. Rizzler? What'd you do for Thanksgiving?
I cooked and hosted and played games and relaxed. It was quite fun. How about you?
I had a bunch of people over, and I did not cook like you, but I ate a lot of food, and a bunch of people came over. I have a baby, and so they all came to me. And so, if you would like to have people not travel, have a newborn, and people will come to you. It's a hack.
Pro
Well,
tip.
let's get straight into some of these questions. We got some good ones lined up. Our Wizard of Ops lined up some really good discussions for us today. Let's get through them. I'll start with number one because I want you to have the first shot at trying at this. This debate number one: AI agents will replace B2B sales teams by 2027. Gartner in this month, November 2025, or last month now, reported 80% of B2B sales interactions will be AI driven by 2027, with autonomous agents handling discovery, demos, and deal negotiation. Companies like Artisan AI and 11x are already deploying fully autonomous SDRs, claiming 300% productivity gains. But Salesforce recent study shows only 23% of buyers even trust AI-led sales conversations. Is this the end of human sales or just overhyped automation theater? What you think, Crispy?
I believe it is overhyped automation theater. I am against AI replacing sales teams generally. And here's a couple of reasons why. One is people like buying from people, especially now in today's market where everything is questioned, especially like AI led sales conversations. Like 23% of buyers actually trust those conversations as of last month. Salesforce put out a report on this piece. And then in addition to that, the current success rate of AI is limited to like transactional sales, not things that have larger scale value beyond $10,000. So I don't think it will fully replace the B2B sales teams by 2027. I think that there will be some level of usage within sales teams, but not fully replace them at an enterprise level of ticket items, 10 grand plus. I would argue even for the next decade is my prediction.
You do think eventually they're going to replace humans?
Eventually, like maybe if it becomes more indistinguishable, or if all of a sudden humanity overcomes the fact that like, hey, humans are not the best thing out there and we just make this pivot to robots, maybe this is where like society is a little bit unpredictable and what we choose to believe in, what not believe in. But
so you think
humans?
Do you think AI will replace humans?
No.
Like you seem to have changed the tooting of your horn there.
No, definitively, they will not replace humans in sales processes. No, definitively.
Okay. I think that it's just a numbers game. And the reality is, whether we want it to be, whether we want human nature, I am very pro-human. I want humans to win, and I think they're going to lose. So for better or worse, especially, let me just go SDRs. And so we do the sales teams. I do think the function of an SDR will be replaced by 2027, what it means today. The prospecting, the collection of the list, the creation of the list, the prospecting into them, even the creation of the email, sending the email itself, all of that is just ripe for being taken over by AI. Every time, every sales team I've led, every SDR team I've led, it feels like I'm pounding people into the ground to do things. And what I love about AI is they just freaking do what I tell them to do. Every time, they never sleep. And AI's it's a money game. Is hiring an AI, an SDR is going to cost me $350 per meeting booked, and I can get that down to $12 a hit, like $12 a meeting booked. And the difference between those, like the efficiencies, whether humanity and people that run businesses will make that freaking work because it works. We will no longer have the need for SDR teams by 2027. It will be full cycle AEs with an autonomous go-to-market AE, and there will be a company that wins there.
Do you think that AI currently in today's state is able to conduct our super sales process?
I said 2027.
2027. So current state, no. 2027, yes.
By 2027, the function of an SDR, not an AE, function of an SDR will be replaced.
Okay. Okay. You think it'll ever get to the point of being able to replace the AE? Let's call it like a decade in the future.
I unlike you, I'm just joking. I no, I don't think. I think there will be a function of humanity inside sales always.
Great.
How it is expressed changes, but the humans will win. SDRs are not where they're going to win.
Okay.
First Rev Partners, then Super, next Cyberdyne. Thanks, AI Overlord. Next question.
All right. Number 2. HubSpot is now enterprise ready, right? HubSpot's November 2025 earnings call revealed 40% revenue growth in the enterprise sector, with major wins coming against Salesforce specifically. New features include advanced permissioning, custom objects at scale, and enterprise SLAs, but implementation time still averaged 6 to 9 months versus Salesforce's 12 to 18 months. And some argue HubSpot's simplicity becomes a limitation at scale. Has HubSpot finally cracked enterprise, or is this just mid-market overflow?
There's a lot of opinions out there on this. And by the way, I have said that HubSpot has been HubSpot ready since 2022. Everybody else out there are just catching up to where we've been a while. I call it the orange wave, and I've been surfing it for a while. Let me make this point. The story is about 3 weeks ago, I got a call from a partner of ours. They said, "Hey Matt, we are doing the second biggest deal HubSpot's had, or like one of their top 10 biggest deals. And we're using help. We're having Super because they need a way to do training and onboarding. And Super's built in our implementation process. And we're going competitive against Salesforce and Dynamics. Like, sure, sign me up, get on the call, show them Super. And we ended up beating Salesforce implementation by a landslide. This is a $36K per month MER deal for the next 2 years. That type of implementation has never been because HubSpot is not ready. It has only and ever been because there haven't been partners to facilitate that conversation. That is what has changed. We now have partners that have the capacity, the technical competency, and the wherewithal to do enterprise level implementations and serve enterprise customers. That is what's fundamentally changed. And yes, it's going to eat Salesforce's lunch. They better watch out. That's why they've recently launched an SMB product for free, and they started to give away free. Salesforce sees the threat and acted the threat, and it's coming for them.
Interesting. So I'll play devil's advocate. A lot of these enterprise features are very new in terms of the HubSpot universe, like the advanced permissioning, the custom object at scale, stuff like that. I remember, and this is not that long ago, when custom objects had to be created through the API in HubSpot. That was like 5 years ago. So is HubSpot aggressively pushing their enterprise roadmap to catch up, or is Salesforce slowing down the roadmap and HubSpot's meeting them where they are? Like, what do you think that journey is like to them being enterprise ready?
I think they're already enterprise ready at this point. I think like for like, you are. The question has always been, how are you going to get users to use the system? And I will stay on this. Is HubSpot is enterprise ready today. It has an ecosystem that can now facilitate it. It has always and ever been the ecosystem that's keeping it behind at this point. I think they've been, as they push product ahead, it's about teaching partners how to win large deals. And so where they're growing up is only about having partners support them in a co-selling motion, having their sales team and direct team learning how to work with large, complex enterprise deals. That's where they lost. They didn't lose because of technology. They lost because they didn't know how to run an enterprise deal with a partner that had enterprise level capability, and that's changing.
Yeah, it's interesting, especially because if I think about my experience pitching against Salesforce with like an enterprise sector, I know that security was a huge thing when you're thinking about the quality of the CRM and the cybersecurity behind it compared to the quality of the CRM with HubSpot, and especially hilarious right now because Salesforce has the ongoing data breach scandal happening with holding, I think it's billions of records ransom, I believe is what it is. So I don't know, like it's I don't think HubSpot is quite one-for-one match in the enterprise sector as Salesforce is, not because of features, more because of Salesforce has had a chokehold on enterprise sector for decades now. I think HubSpot's finally starting to, see the orange wave crossing the blue ocean. But it's just really, really interesting, especially with the way that Salesforce is going more agentic focus with their CRM, and HubSpot's kind of doing similar things. But is the future of
Hey, Mr.
enterprise?
Crispy, have an opinion. Is it enterprise ready or not? Yes or no? I say it is, and it's the partners that we're holding back. You say it is.
It's not. I don't think
It's
HubSpot-
not. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, if you need someone to help you with an enterprise deal, call me, not Crispy, if you're HubSpot. Let's go to this next. Let's go to this next one. Debate number 3. Outbound email is dead because them spam filters done killed it. In November 2025, deliverability data shows only 47% of cold calls reach primary inbox, down from 73 in 2023. That is if you're doing math real quick, boys and girls, that's a 34% decrease. Gmail and Outlook's new AI filters are better at flagging 60% of sales emails as spam. Yet some companies report 25% reply rates using hyper-personalized and multi-threaded approaches, which is dog horse manure. Is outbound email fundamentally broken, or are most reps just terrible at it?
I think
What do you think?
reps, I think reps are just terrible at it. I think that the mantra is very much spray and pray approach with email, and that AI makes it easier to do that. If I'm a rep and I'm in the situation of having thousands of valid data points to use for targeting, the first thing I'm gonna do is create a sequence and put a bunch of people through and just pray for the best. So I don't think email is dead. It definitely still works, but I think reps are very bad at managing the email cadence and the experience within their email outreach. Hence why these things are getting flagged as spam. It's all ChatGPT, artificially created content to an audience that is relevant, and they're hoping for the best.
You think email is dead?
No, email's not dead.
You think people are just bad at it?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think email still works?
Email definitely still works.
I'm gonna say this: AI has and will inundate inboxes to the point where they're saturated and doesn't feel useful to use.
Yeah.
Period. And it's taken what was low end, because you had to train these SDRs. A lot of them, what you do, they just load a list, fire, forget, and do as many as they can. I see a lot of people on LinkedIn today claiming I spend 1.2 million emails in a month. Like what what are you doing? What is not dead is making it feel human.
Yeah.
And how do you make it feel human? I think outbound email works. We do it, and it works. It's Loom videos and memes. And if you can be funny, and if AI helps you do that, great. But the level of the playing field has risen, where email deliverability is harder. Getting people to respond is more difficult because they're hit with more, there's a larger quantity. Thus, the attention is harder to get. Just as it's happened to our phones, it's happening to email. It will happen to any space and place people are, because it's the function of marketing. It ruins everything, which is it works for a bit and then doesn't work as well. So you're going to have to be even better. And it's very technical now. So email is not dead, but like everything, marketing kills it and makes it harder to use. There's just less out there.
Like everything else, marketing kills it. That should have been the part of the POV, is that
marketing kills everything. So anything good is copied, replicated, turned into a best practice, and then it turns into it's regurgitated vomit. It's like, your mom eats something, the little birds, and you like put it into people's mouth. That's what marketing does to things. And so the only people that win are the people that eat the meal first.
Let's pass it on to Dharmesh. Be like, Dharmesh, new slogan for Marketing Hub. HubSpot Marketing Hub. Marketing kills everything.
Yes, it does.
All right. Just go to the next one. Revenue operations is just rebranded sales ops. So RevOps job postings increased 340% in 2025, with average salaries 25% higher than sales ops roles. Proponents argue RevOps aligns sales, marketing, and CS around revenue metrics. Critics say it's the same forecasting and Salesforce admin work with a fancier title. Is RevOps a genuine evolution, or is marketing killing this as well?
I started a RevOps as a service business built around the function and idea that RevOps is not sales ops. So it's hard for me to say it's just rebuilding sales ops. I feel like that's a fundamental misunderstanding of how revenue works. Revenue operations is the science behind understanding how revenue is generated that is applied to B2C, B2B, and B2B to B, or B2C to D. And it is understanding marketing, sales, and CS, the full funnel journey. It is fundamentally different than sales ops. Sales ops is more about sales compensation and territory management. How do you get close win ratios, and how do you understand if you go to conversion ratio 3 to 4, you're doing your winning by design stuff. The point being, it is fundamentally different. Revenue operations is more difficult, and the person that runs revenue operation is more strategic.
Yeah.
Often sits with the CRO, and the function and what's difficult to understand is revenue operation. If you have a good RevOps person, that person is the right freaking hand of the CRO. They may not be able to have a sales quota on their back, but they're willing to have the sales quota of the entire organization, and they can be executives. It is not sales ops, but you must know sales ops to be a good RevOps person.
Yeah. As someone who built an inferior RevOps consultancy to you at like a tenth of the size, I agree 100%. And I think that the thing that gets, I guess, mixed between these when I talk about this is sales ops, in my experience, is mostly just focusing on the pre-revenue to customer like portion of the life cycle. So just like top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, not anything post sale or beyond, and not anything pre-sale in the sense of more advanced targeting, stuff like that, or using post-sale data to increase targeting. And so I agree with you. RevOps is different. It's not just sales ops. I think it is a function of the role, and that it is an evolution of sales ops in a much like healthier and better way for business.
Yep. I once did this 5 stages of a RevOps admin. I use the word admin there specifically because I think any good RevOps person is a freak with a tool, is a freak in the bed, if you would. A RevOps person is a freak in the bed when it comes to tools, and they know them, they like to demo them. They're demo whores. And I say this, but they can also get on a spreadsheet and they can forecast your entire business and understand how to do a full forecasting from lead to cash. They understand cash flow, which is a FinOps. I would actually put RevOps even further than marketing ops, sales ops, and CS. It is FinOps to include it, even the back office. That's my opinion. And that's why, like, I think there's stages. It's not this one. RevOps it's this like stages of understanding, and you evolve. You Dragon Ball Z it, right? You into a Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan is like your CRO plus executive. Okay, debate number 5. We keep doing this. I'm gonna interrupt you because I made a good point. I don't want you to interrupt my good point.
That was a lot of
number 5.
Huh? That was a lot of sexual references, but whatever.
We can just cut all that out about the sheets and all that shit. What are you doing?
Okay. Debate number 5. Is it my turn? Your turn. My turn. Yeah. Debate number 5. Freemium models are dying in B2B SaaS. OpenView November 2025 report shows freemium to paid conversion rates dropped to 2.1% from 4.3. That is, I got the math right this time, over half from 2.2 to 2022. With acquisition costs for free users now outweighing conversion revenue. Companies like Airtable, Miro are limiting free tiers, but Canva, a $2 billion plus revenue, proves freemium can work at scale. Is freemium dead, or are most companies just really freaking bad at it? Chris B, the Reserve.
Hope you got something good. This is all we got time for with Matt's comments about sheets and freaks and all that. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. Yeah, I think freemium is valid, and I think people are just bad. Companies are bad at building freemium models. As an example, I think that we are now enabled to research platforms and software more easily than ever, which makes it harder to get a freemium trial activated just out of the box, because I already know what the product does just due to my own due diligence and research. So it's still valid. I do a lot of freemium stuff. I mean, I'm even the person that like does a freemium and sets a notification on my phone to cancel the trial if I don't like it. And so I do think it's valid. I think companies just don't do it the right way.
Yeah, goodness. Freemium is a product. Again, this is dying, or it still works. I think this is with what we talked about for cold outbound, for cold calling. Freemium is just freaking hard to do. And so we hear about these outliers, Canva, Zoom, Slack, what you don't hear about is things like Pocus or these like PLG tools. There's a swath of PLG tools that were built around helping people execute product-led growth that went out of business. Like it is just really freaking hard to do it. And even the ecosystem that tried to evolve around the PLG movement, they went out of business. They don't exist anymore. They're VC funded and just don't exist. I think freemium is a very useful hack, but if you do it, you must go all in. You must blow a lot of money, and you must be it's a lot of luck that goes into doing it. You got to kind of catch fire when you do them, and it's like lightning in a bottle. It's really, 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 really hard to do. I think there's a much better and proactive and probably. I would recommend all founders of a SaaS company in the early stages. You should have something free, but you should also and always have assist as part of how you're thinking about your product, which is mean you're a salesperson proactively reaching out during some point in your process. If not, just going direct at the beginning. Okay, that's all we got time for from the Mr. Wizard of Oz told us. Crispy, with everything you know, everything we talked about, what is your one piece of advice to people thinking about outbound sales today?
My one piece of advice, and I'm going to make this the most functional thing ever, is create Loom videos of yourself talking to the lead and embed those in your emails and LinkedIn messages. Like,
boom, do that and you win more revenue. I agree. Everybody, appreciate y'all for another edition, however you say the word. Remember, you're a freak in the streets. If you're RevOps, stay awesome, keep doing it big, never stop believing. Adios, everybody.